All right, guys, we made it to our final installment of the ultimate review of Instagram strategies, as well as an introduction to the Cotton Influencer Challenge. For the last time, my name is Lauren, and I'll be talking to you guys on different messaging types and strategies. So we know what emojis are engaging, we know what captions are engaging, but really what about the overall message of our post? And then after that, I'll give a brief introduction to the challenge, and there are way more detailed instructions online. So as I said, we're going to kind of look into what messaging strategies can be used on Instagram, and then we'll dive into what is the Ultimate Cotton Influencer Challenge. So messaging strategies. The content, the theme, and the type of message in your post will really influence your engagement level. And research has found 12 different categories of types of messages. And these strategies can be combined, or you can use just one type of message, and I'll dive a little bit further into them. So one of our CMU alumni, Alexis Jones again, found that the most frequent messaging strategies used by fashion brands on Instagram are functional appeal, brand resonance, experiential appeal, and emotional appeal. And we're going to look a little bit further into each of those. So functional appeal. This is when your message strategy really is highlighting the functional aspects of your product. This is when your media is going to focus on the performance, the quality, the affordability, design, or style of your product. Most frequently, this is used by a lot of athletic wear brands or companies, fashion companies who really need to show how well their garments work in different situations. As you can see here with the Victoria's Secret one, we can see that it's kind of keeping her all at a nice, poised and keeping her all in so she can work out. And the second one is the Nike advertisement when they released their hijab for the world famous boxer. You can also have brand resonance. So this is when your post is going to highlight your brand identity and your brand promises. And the goal of these posts is really to differentiate yourself and influence consumer attitudes. So make yourself unique in the minds of your consumers and change how people think about you. This can be done using digital influencers because people will connect the digital influencer's personality and their kind of attributes. They'll connect it to your brand when you have them in one of these types of posts. In these brand resonance posts, the post typically highlights the brand image, the brand personality, or different brand associations that you have. So let's see for this Marc Jacobs post. Let's pretend that this blogger is extremely high fashion. She's very on the cutting edge of trends. When people see her representing a Marc Jacobs post, they're going to take those attributes and put them to Marc Jacobs. So with this, Marc Jacobs is cutting edge. Marc Jacobs is on all the trends. And that's how that brand resonance kind of works. Now you can also do experiential appeal, which for this, when it evokes a customer's sensory and behavioral responses. So in these posts, you really want your consumer to associate your brand with pleasurable experiences. So for example, we have this post from Topshop, and in this video, you can almost feel the sunshine on your skin. You can almost feel the wind in her hair as she's standing in this, beautiful area. So really you're experiencing something alongside the post. So in these, think of a lot of kind of tactical or emotional evoking things and how you can make a pleasurable experience for your customer. And we also have emotional appeal. So these posts evoke an emotion from your consumer. Your goal is really to arouse positive emotions. Nobody really wants to evoke sadness or anger, but more things like excitement and fun and wonder. In these posts, there's typically emotion-laden language, inspiring stories, or humor. So like in this H&M ad, talking about a couple who met in 1963, that really tugs at your heartstrings and make you go, "Aw," and then you associate those positive emotions with H&M. So are there any strategies that don't work quite as well? So like I said way at the beginning, there are 12 different messaging strategies found on fashion Instagram. And once again, our alumni Alexis Jones research found that consumers are less likely to engage, so they're less likely to comment and like on a post that focuses on the employee perspective, such as far bottom left, the Chanel ad asking about a Chanel employee's favorite items. One that focuses on prices or promotion, like the center ad, where it's promoting kind of a sale from Victoria's Secret. Or the bottom right, educational information, where in this Chanel ad, they're giving kind of beauty tips and beauty hints. So people don't really want to know about what your employees think. They don't really care as much about prices or promotions or kind of educational info and teaching them something on Instagram specifically. This platform instead is more for storytelling, more for emotional things. So these more kind of educational things really don't do as well. So think about that as you guys are starting to make your Instagram posts. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for. The Ultimate Cotton Influencer Challenge. Woo! So like I said before, this is a challenge, and let's set the scene first before we dive in. So your challenge is to create an Instagram post dedicated to the fiber and textile cotton. The purpose of your post is to engage and educate as many people as possible on the different properties, attributes, and ideas behind cotton. You are working collaboratively with the company Cotton Incorporated. We gave you guys some of their advertisements and some resources to dive into, but the main priority of your post is the fiber cotton. So the fiber itself, not the company. Make sure you think about that when you start to make your posts. So who all can compete? It's open to all majors. We are really pushing. We want everybody to be involved, and it has to be, though, currently enrolled spring 2019 CMU students. This contest opens Thursday, March 14th, which is actually the date we are hosting our kickoff event. And for more information, you'll have to visit our website. And the contest will end Sunday, March 31st at midnight. We are not accepting applications after that. So like I said, to start the event, we're hosting a kickoff with a surprise influencer guest, and we've actually released our surprise. It's going to be Kia Marie of the Notorious KIA. And I don't know about you, but I've been following her on YouTube for a while, so I am really excited. So for some actual guidelines of this competition, we have 3 themes that you must adhere to if you're going to make a post. So you can either make a post that focuses on cotton sustainability, how it's sustainable, renewable, biodegradable, and an eco-friendly fiber. You can also make a post that focuses on lifestyle marketing. So lifestyle marketing is more so adding an intangible value to a product by making it represent the interests, the desires, opinions, and attitudes of your target market. So something a little more aesthetic-based versus information-based, a little more emotion-based versus factual-based. And lastly, you can choose to present cotton as a luxury fiber. And with that, luxury brands inherently have 6 different criteria. They provide a hedonistic experience. They're offered at a price that exceeds the functional value. They're tied to a heritage. They represent a social marker. It's restricted and controlled distribution in all luxury. And they have accompanying services. And now with your submission, you have 2 options once you select what theme you want. You can either do a carousel post with a minimum of 3 photos, GIFs, or boomerangs. As Nick mentioned, kind of how to build that, you can use any mix of these media types. Or you can create a video post lasting a minimum of 6 seconds and a maximum of 20 seconds. So your video post can also be just a simple boomerang or a GIF, as long as it hits that 6-second minimum. Students are allowed to submit up to 2 posts to our competition as 2 separate entries, as long as your submission is a different theme and media type. So for example, let's say I go to submit 1 sustainability themed carousel and 1 luxury themed video. I have 2 entries into the competition, and I've doubled my chance of winning. Now, when you're creating your post, kind of how Nick went over how to generate your own media, we would prefer that you do that, but we understand not everybody has access to that type of technology. So if you're going to use pre-existing images or videos or anything like that in your post, you must edit the image in a substantial manner. And what we mean by that is there's a law called the Copyright Law of Substantial Similarity. And in this law, it states if a regular person can see that you took an existing image and morphed it on your own, and they don't see many changes between the 2, then that is grounds for suing somebody. So in this, we want you guys to change the media in enough of a manner so then somebody wouldn't be able to look at the 2 photos or 2 videos and see that one derives from another. So you can change the coloring, you can add additional features, you can change the composition of the image. Just make sure you change it in a substantial manner. And we're really stressing this. And in addition to that, if you're also using pre-existing media, you have to include a reference document in your submission that shows links to the photos or media that you used. So I made kind of a little example for you guys. It's a bit silly, but this is my Instagram post. Embrace romantic colors with cotton. And I wouldn't win the competition with this. Just a disclaimer to you guys, this isn't as engaging as what we're really hoping for. But I did include a reference list of all the images that I used. So I included the websites from where I got everything, as well as little pictures of kind of what the original image looked like, so you can compare it to my edited version. So we are going to have one first prize winner from each of the categories. So I'll have a first place video sustainability and carousel sustainability, and so on and so forth. So there are 6 possible first place prizes. With that, the 6 students or the 6 kind of pairs that win these prizes must attend Threads Fashion Show on April 6th. They are one of our sponsors, and we're so happy to be working with them. And in addition, at Threads Fashion Show, we are announcing another prize for the Viewer's Choice competition. So in the end, if you win both a first place for your category and the Viewer's Choice, you're going to be winning over $500 in prize money. Now that does go right into your student account, just so we all know, but that's just still an exciting potential opportunity for everybody here. So any questions, any comments, any concerns, you can always email us at ultimatecottonchallenge@gmail.com. We also will be launching our website soon, and we'll have that live, and we will include a link to that. But other than that, I am so happy that you guys sat through these modules and you hopefully learned a little bit more on how to really use Instagram in the best possible way to promote your brand. I'm excited to see what you guys all come up with, and thank you so much for watching.